I'm up on a wee bit of a foraging trip, looking for some wild garlic. But the burn's in spate, so I can't really get across it. But there, it's in there. This will be interesting getting down it. I have the daft arses with me today. That's Midge, that's Ivy, and that one at the back. This is quite a steep banking, and I have to get from here down to there. That's the wild garlic. Let's see how this goes. It's a bit slidey. Fun is it? And here we have the gold. That'll be enough for my needs. Straight into my wee basket. Can I keep her out of the water? A few wee trouts starting to come back into this burn now. They've built a fish ladder out at Linefield Falls out in Polbeth. It was actually built as a James Paraffin Young, I think, built it. You'll be able to correct me on that. James Paraffin Young built it to tribute to his friend David Livingstone. But that's what I was told anyway, so I don't know how true it is. I've also just topped up my squirrel feeder with some peanuts. Not just the squirrels, everyone has it. I've seen jays, usual crows, loads of wee birds here, blue tits, great tits, all manner of species come and feed off of this, but it's primarily for my controlling squirrels. So we have another invasive species here. That yellow part that you can see there is skunk cabbage. Been here for the last few years, and I keep pulling out. Can't get the root out. Can't get across that water now either. But the burn's doing well. We have otters back on it. We've got crayfish in it, which we're not allowed to touch, believe it or not. Which is a pity because they're good eating. But that's one invasive species. When the water levels drop, I will be breaking it off so it never ever gets to seed. It's an absolutely cracking day at the minute. But we've had 4 seasons in one day today. We've had rain, we've had hail, we've had snow, we've now got sunshine. Storm Dave. So I thought we'd just take that opportunity to go out and see if we could get some wild garlic. When I get home I'm going to mix it up, make butter. I've got more, going to make garlic butter. Sorry. I can smell it in my wee foraging basket now. It smells great. Don't know how much the house is going to smell. But the burn's looking good with a good spade in it. Needs a wee clear out. Loads of wee brownies in this burn. Nothing massive. If you get something at half pond, then it's a biggie. And if you catch a fish at £1 in this burn, it's a record breaker. But it's good to see them. You get plenty of kingfishers on it, although the minnins have been in a bit in decline the last few years. Don't know what's really happened to them. At one point you used to be able to come up here and you could see shoals and shoals and shoals in them. But I haven't seen it for the last few years. First step, add it to the blender. Then add the butter into it once it's been finely ground up. I've not got that much garlic in here, but I use stalks and everything because it's all got flavour. And once it's all mixed through, it should look something like that. You can use any butter you like, but I use just quite cheap butter because, and you can also add how much different levels of garlic. I don't know how much that weighed. Then again, I just picked 2 big handfuls, brought it home. But I like it really garlicky, so that's probably, it's about 500 grams of butter, half a kilo of well-known Tubbs butter, and that garlic in it, but it looks about right. So listen, I'm trying to do this on the phone, so what I'll do now is, I'll scoop some of it out onto some tin foil, we'll go for, say about half it, onto the tin foil. And I like to spread that out a wee bit, so it's in the middle of it, and then I try and roll it. Basically I'm trying to get it into a sausage shape, an even sized sausage shape. And it's in a bit where if you keep rolling it like that, and pushing it out. So once I've rolled it, I cut off my excess. Shows I've not got too many layers of tin foil round about it. And then I'll freeze that, and then you can just cut it with a big knife into bits that you need for doing it. But I've found that if you put too much tin foil round about it, if it's got 2 or 3 layers, you always end up with wee bits of tin foil that you've got to pick out. So that there's what I'll end up with. But I'm absolutely going to make loads more, because you can freeze it and it'll for as long as you need it. And then you just see, slice enough off, whatever your taste is, slice enough off. I'm going to keep some of this in the fridge just to know, because I'm going to be putting some of that through my mashed tatties for my dinner of the day. And that's how I make wild garlic butter. So give it a go, suit for a few weeks, just make sure you know what you're picking and try not to poison yourself. See ya.